All right, welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. What's happening with you? All right. Sorry, man, ran a couple minutes late this morning. Giovanni Walker in the building. What's going on, man? Salute. Said, let's get this boxing started. Push that like button as you walk in the door. That would be greatly appreciated. Don't slag on me. Y'all was slacking on me yesterday, but that's all right. It's the beginning of the boxing year, and I understand if you guys, want to be jerks. But it's all right. My man, Mr. M. Prize said, good morning, man. What's going on with you, man? Alonzo Lambert, what's going on, bro? Salute to OGBUSR in that chat. Bud, best bet is to wait for that fight. Josh Taylor's his most likely fight, and that will push the EJ fight back a year. You just think he should wait? Man, I don't know, man. I think he should fight, man. He's getting old, man. Mike Kirkland in the building. What's going on? But he has been fighting one time a year. What's going on, Dwayne Jones in the building? MVP Derek Jones, 2K13. That's what's up, man. That's what. Hey, man. I hate that. Derek Rose got injured when he was with Chicago, man, because he came back and truly proved he's a great basketball player with the Knicks. And after he came back and hasn't been as injury prone lately. Black Fonz in the building. What's going on? Terry Schmoot in the building. What's happening, man? Michael Winters. What's going on? Marvin Barnes, Everett D. Reeves in the building. What's going on? Say Grand Rising, brethren. Hey, man, Chick Cicerelli, what's going on with you, man? Drummer for life. Shout out to you, sir, and good morning. What's going on? They said, yeah, 212 was a bad year. Yeah, it was. It was terrible, man. That was my dude, too, man. Incredible player. You know what? Where is Fahim Sator today, man? I did a video yesterday, and I knew almost did it specifically to get under Fahim Sator's skin, man. And I just wanted to see how Cass was going to take that one, man. I did a very pro-Bud video last night, and I just wanted to know if the Bud fans watched it, or if you guys are going to continue to say that all I do is hate on Terence Crawford, man. I'd be very, very interested to see if any of the actual Bud fans out there watch my video about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Crawford, where I gave Terence Crawford a lot of respect in that video. We'll see, man, if I can see it. But here's the deal. If I don't get my due respect for having done that video, then I know what the deal is. I know that you guys coming to this chat are not really Terence Crawford fans. You guys are just Errol Spence Jr. haters, man. You know what I mean? Fahim Sator said, I seen that. Oh, man, dog. I'm telling you, Fahim, when I was doing that video, I was like, man, Fahim Sator sees this video. That's just going to be funny. Oh, man. AK is my address. What's going on, man? Demetrius Andrade is moving up to 168 to become Charles mandatory. True story. Hey, that'd be the smartest move they can do is go to 168, man. Without a doubt, man. That would be the smartest move they can do, man. Everett D. Reese said, I missed it, bro, but I'll watch it. Yeah, I'm about to say, man. Michael Winters, Fanon, why is Keith Thurman even a boxer anymore? He should be a commentator. Mario Barrios. I mean, he's got to come back against somebody. Mario Barrios isn't a bad fight. He's a good fighter. I obviously favor Keith Thurman to win the fight, but this could be Mario Barrios' breakout fight, man. Coming off that Gervonta Davis, embarrassing Gervonta Davis loss, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, but I was just thinking, man, that was hilarious, man. Because, hey, man, your boy did say it, though. Jeff Mayweather was definitely like, hey, man, that'd be a difficult, that'd be a hard fight for Floyd to fight Terence Crawford. So it's like, all right, man, you think he could pull it off? What you think, Fahim? You think Floyd? You think he's got a shot against Floyd? Said Pretty Boy Floyd stops Bud and Money May outboxes him. All right, there you go. I already knew what you were gonna say on that, man, because you're the true Bud hater. I just wanted to know that I get all of the I get all of the slack for being a Bud hater. But I think he have a chance to win, honestly. I think he has. I mean, I don't know if he would win, but I think he has a chance to compete with him, man. Floyd, man, at welterweight, dude, is kind of small. You know what I mean? It's kind of small. Said, Fanon, do you think that Keith Thurman is going to retire in 2022? He got nothing else. No, I think he's going to take 2 bigger fights, and he'll probably be done in 2023. You know, those guys start retiring together. Danny Garcia's probably got another 2 years in him. Keith Thurman's probably got another 1.5 2 years in him. And then Terence Crawford's probably got another couple years in him. And then, yeah, man, those guys after that are going to start winding it down. I don't think that they're going to wind it down in 2022, though. I think that's a little soon. I think that is a little bit soon, man. What up, big dog? Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, hey, no worries, man. What's good with you, man? Yeah, man. If you leave the comments or if you're supporting the super chat, supporting the Cash App right there at $Fanon Hey, you know, and even if you don't, we'll still read your comments in the comment section, man. You know, we try to make sure we get a real well-rounded, a good amount of involvement from the people in the comment section. The Hugs for Thugs. And Fanon, do you happen to know the Charlo Castano rematch is? I don't think the date has been announced yet, but I can't wait because I'm trying to do a video on Jermell Charlo pretty soon. This year is just like, I wish these guys would start announcing the fights for like 2021. I mean, for January, start making them mugs in November so we can get some good fights in January. Mr. M Pride, I saw it, but since you pumped up Bud, since you're so unbiased, how does Bud beat Spence? See, you got to listen to it. I said, Bud, I think Errol got a chance too. I said it in the video, man. I said, I think Errol has got a chance to beat him too. Man, Floyd Mayweather Jr. he's a featherweight. I mean, he's a lightweight, man. He's a lightweight, man. He's a super featherweight. He's a super featherweight lightweight, man. Drop that like, yeah, actually, man, like that bell, hit that like button, man. I know y'all messing me over, man. We got 151 people in the building. We got 55 likes, man. I knew y'all messing me over, man. He said, Omicron is going to push everything back. Oh, you think so? Oh, yeah, God. It is what it is, man. We'll just keep on, we'll just keep on pushing, man. Keep talking about the boxing that we already got. Talk about the fighters we already like, all of that good stuff, man. But do you think it really is? You think that it's going to push it back? I know that Texas is on the it's getting pushed again. Oh, John Henry in the building. What's going on? Say, hey, future champ checking in here before work. That's what's up, man. Have a great day at work, man. Tommy Hearns was the hardest hitting welterweight I've ever seen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't think anybody hits harder than Tommy Hearns. At welterweight? Yeah, that's probably, yeah. Let me try to go back, man. Think if there's any other welterweight that I think may hit as hard as Tommy Hearns. And I don't think so. Maybe Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard hits very hard, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard was knocking people out for sure at welterweight. But as he moved up, he didn't still have all that power that Tommy Hearns kept pushing, man. Oh, he says Spence versus Ugas was supposed to be in early March. Nah, they already said it was April. They didn't say it was early March. They said it was April. That was the first. All the words that came out from me was late March, early April, man. Jeffrey Brooks in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. He said Hagler hit harder than Tommy. Yeah, but he wasn't a welterweight. He's a middleweight. Yeah, he's a middleweight. Yeah, I'm talking about the people that I saw. James Ross said Ray Robinson. Yeah, but I'm talking about the cats. I was talking about the cats that I've seen. I haven't seen Sugar Ray Robinson. Even though, I saw pictures of him laying cats out at welterweight. So it very well could be, man. Yeah, Trinidad had a lot of power at 147 pounds too. Yeah, Trinidad not like, I don't know if Trinidad had the power that was really cracking like Thomas the Hitman Hearns, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Matter of fact, I don't think he was. But he could definitely crack. Thurman, yeah, dude. Thurman had a lot of pop too. Michael Winter said Hagler. Yeah, now Hagler's a middleweight. He's at 160, not 147. He's in the same weight class as Bernard Hopkins, Jamal Charlo, guys like that. He's not a 147 pounder. Ray Leonard moved up from 147 up to 160 pounds. And which is the thing is getting me, man. You know, that's what something that these weight classes do. They make you think that it's impossible for a guy in 147 to go up to middleweight, or a guy from middleweight to go up to 175 pounds. Like, because they got those extra weight classes in between them. When those guys fought, 154 wasn't a big deal. If it was there at all, and I'm sure it was there, but it wasn't a big deal, those guys would go from 147 to go straight to 160. And he did it all the time, man. And people would go from 160 to 175. But now they act like going from 147 to 175 is like unheard of, because it's 5 weight classes. But there was 3 weight classes for the same weight from the weight. It was 3 weight classes before, but it's the same amount of weight. You know what I mean? Hey, Marvin Davis said, you're a good dude. You know your ish, Marvin Hagler. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. We know our boxing around here, man. Y'all can say what you want, bro. Yeah, you only talking welter. Yeah, I'm only talking about welterweights. Like, who would be the hardest punching welterweights that we saw? Yeah, not 160. Because if I did 160, I might say James Lights Out Tony. You got to say Mike McCallum, Julian Williams. I mean, really, Julian Williams up. Yeah, Julian Williams 160, right? What's his name? The Hawk. Was it Julian Williams, the Jamaican cat, Julian Williams? Man, that dude would lay you silly. That very, very strong puncher. And left hook Lacey? Nah, left hook Lacey's one of the more. Man, dude, let me tell you left hook Lacey is. Left hook Lacey is Teofimo Lopez. Left hook Lacey was all the time that I watched left hook Lacey, I kept thinking, man, God dog, this dude is overrated. Him and Andre Berto. Like, I just never saw it. I never saw it. Never really. I was like, man, eventually they're gonna lose, because I don't really like those undersized, like, guys that are undersized big punchers in weight classes. Like Isaac Dogbay. Isaac Dogbay was gonna get set up for a Navarrete type of fight, because some guy that should probably be 2 weight classes above him are gonna come and fight him, and it's gonna be a fight where, it's obviously 2 guys in 2 different weight classes. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I was with Jeff Hook Lacey, man. Yeah, Julian Jackson. Sorry, man. Yeah, not Julian Williams. Julian Jackson. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you very much. Who is Bug gonna fight since Errol is fighting in the spring? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be GGG reluctant. Yeah, GGG can crack. Yeah, GGG will bust you up, bro. Absolutely, man. Livingstone Bramble. How you gonna bring Livingstone Bramble up, man? It's a good. You know what? It's always a good boxing talk when somebody brings up Livingston Bramble, bro. The only other person that I like to hear their name as much as Livingstone Bramble is Johnny Bump City Bump. It's Johnny Bump City Bumpus. That used to be my guy, man. I love that dude's name, man. Johnny Bump City Bumpus. Jeffrey Briggs says, so did Tommy move up because Hagler beat the brakes off Tommy? Yeah, he did. He moved up from 147 to 160. Yeah. He started at 140. He got knocked out by Sugar Ray Leonard at 160. Much love in that super chat, brother. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and in the Cash App. It is absolutely positively much appreciated, man. Absolutely positively much appreciated. Let me back up. Sergio Martinez at 154, though. Sergio Martinez is 154. Yeah, he could crack. Berto was hard in his prime. Yeah, he was. He was a good fighter. Now, he was a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. Left Hook Lacey was a good fighter. But I didn't get how anybody was thinking that he was going to beat Joe Calzaghe. Like, man, he's not. And, oh, my God, they blew that victory up for years. Like, those Americans are always getting exposed. Like, Left Hook Lacey. That's what they were talking about, Errol Spence, calling Errol Spence the new Left Hook Lacey. He'll come over here and he'll get beat by, like, Jeff Left Hook Lacey. Man, let me tell you, I met Jeff Left Hook Lacey. Okay, met him. There was Jeff Hook, Left Hook Lacey, and Winky Wright. Jeff Left Hook Lacey's in 168, right? He's a 168 pounder. Winky Wright is a 154 pounder. When I saw the two standing next to each other, I thought Winky Wright was bigger than him. I was like, man, how is this the 168 pounder and that the 154 pounder? Because Winky Wright was taller. Winky Wright, because they were both from Florida. They were both getting on a plane at the same time, both right next to each other. And I was like, nah, this dude, Winky Wright, looks like he's bigger than Jeff Hook Lacey. Jeff Lacey came up like barely up to my shoulder. And he's a 168 pounder. Like, nah, man, that's not going to work, Holmes. You know, that's not going to work. Eventually, he's going to have some tall, lanky dude. He's going to have some tall, lanky dude that is going to outbox him. And that's it. And when they made that fight with what's his face? What's that man's name? Joe Calzaghe. I was like, yeah, give me Joe Calzaghe in that one. Roberto Duran, Terry Norris can crack, yeah. I got to get Robert Davis. I got to get up on him a little bit more. CB 504, what's good, brother? He said, "What's up, Martin? If you think Bud fight Thurman or Taylor, he'd be ready for Spence for the end of the year. Everybody hit that like button. Yeah, I want to see him fight. That's who I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight Keith Thurman, just for the fun of it, man. You know what I mean?" He said, Joe Calzaghe retired when Andre Ward. Yeah, he was going to get beat up by that dude. Giovanni Walker said, nobody ever talks about Ernie Shavers. Yeah, we do. Ernie Shavers could crack. Yeah, that was the guy. I always talk about Giovanni Walker. I always talk about Ernie Shavers whenever we talk about Larry Holmes. Because Ernie Shavers is like, Ernie Shavers, somebody would take your head off. And I literally thought he did take Larry Holmes' head off. And I have no clue how Larry Holmes got up from that. I mean, he got hit with a bomb. I mean, like a bomb. And his lights went out. And he fell. When he fell like immediately you should wave it off type fall. He fell, shook his head a little bit, got back up and started fighting again, man. That was the dude. Yeah, man, I definitely talk about him with the heavyweights. But, you know, heavyweight boxing kind of sucks right now. So we don't get a lot of really good talk about that, man. Grand Hard Sports Station, that's my city, Fanon 727. That's what's up, man. Lynn sold this boy. What's going on, man? I haven't seen solid this boy. I ain't seen in a minute. Salute Fanon in the chat. Good morning to all. Yeah, man. Good morning to everybody, man. Good morning. Let's check the likes, though. I know we got 275 people in the building. Y'all chincing me on my likes. Go ahead, man. Hit that like button, man. Get the likes up over 300, man. Get the likes over 300. Yeah, all them heavyweights are the biggest puncher I've ever seen, though, on the real is George Foreman. George Foreman crack you right. You not getting up. George Foreman put some hurting on you, man. Absolutely. January 5th's on the way. Shout out to the noobs. And I always forget Founders Day. Because my chapter's Founders Day is in November. And then there's January 5th. I forget birthdays. I forget all of that stuff, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember Ike Ibeabuchi, crazy dude, man. Was supposed to be fighting James. It was going to come up around the same time as Tua. A little bit after Lennox Lewis, and wound up going to jail because the dude is a wild boy, man. I don't know what because the original Adebisi. There you go. Yeah, Ike Ibeabuchi, the original, the guy that they made that Adebisi character off of in Oz. Will Bud beat Pacquiao? Mayweather made Pacquiao look lost. Yeah, absolutely. He'll beat Pacquiao, man. That's why they wouldn't give him the fight. Absolutely, man. He can beat him, man. Absolutely. Bud, in my opinion, if I rank my welterweights, he's probably in the top 5 of he's definitely a top 5 welterweight. I think he's a top 5 welterweight of the guys of recent history. And since 2000, because I think wasn't Wasn't Felix Tito Trinidad in the 90s? Tito's is more of a 90s guy. But post, because I think he's better than I think he'd beat Manny Pacquiao. I think he'd beat Oscar De La Hoya. I'm telling you, him and Tito Trinidad be a great fight. I don't know who between him and Felix Trinidad. But I think he beats everybody, but Errol Spence Jr. I think beats him. Musa R said, what would be a good fantasy fight you'd like to see? I mean, these fights this year they're almost all like very apparent, man. I would like to see Tyson Fury Usyk, just because I want to get that out of the way so we can get an undisputed heavyweight champion. But really, I want to see Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. I still want to see that fight. I think that's a bigger name. I think that's a bigger fight. Honestly, I think Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder is a bigger fight than Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. And for no belts. I would rather see that fight. Because, just like just like in basketball, people lose games, They lose boxing matches. So I would really like to see that, man. I would like to see that fight. At cruiserweight, I don't care about cruiserweight. They can go away. Gassiev, Bradis, do whatever. That weight class is a waste of time, in my opinion. At 175, I want to see Beterbiev and Bivol. I don't know what to do with Canelo, because Canelo is just whatever, man. Canelo's in Canelo's own. He's off in Canelo's own world, man. 168. I want to see Canelo and Beterbiev. Canelo and Benavidez. At 160 pounds, I would love to see Charlo Gennady Golovkin or Demetrius Andrade Gennady Golovkin, or any combination of those three guys, as long as you get rid of Murata. I'm not interested in Murata. At 154, obviously, that rematch between Castano and Charlo. My man Giovanni Walker supporting the next super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man, and thank you for supporting in the super chat. It really does mean a lot. There ain't no fights going on, so y'all making the channel go. Thank you very much. He said, let's start 2022 right and support the channel and push that like button as you walk in the door. Thank you, brother. And yeah, man, you can also support on the Cash App at $Fanon INT. It is important. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate your support. Also, make sure you support. If you're going to be gambling, Man, hold on one second. Messing up. Definitely support. Go get your free perks over there at busr.ag/Fanon. Use the promotional code Fanon, and you will get special benefits for your gambling dollar. So make sure y'all go do that. It'd be greatly appreciated. And Deborah Brooker, thank you so much for your support, Deborah. Thank you so much for your support, Deborah. Thank you. Much love in that super chat. Thank you very much. Canelo Benavidez. Where was I at? 168, 160. Yeah, so or 160. Any of those guys at 154. Jermell. Honestly, man, there's going to be a good fight coming up though. The fight between Fundora and Lubin. That is going to be a really funny fight, man. I just I don't know how you're going to beat that. It's always hard for me to envision somebody beating a guy 6'7" or 6'6" at 154 pounds. It's hard for me to envision that, So it's going to be interesting to see Lubin versus Fundora at 154. And obviously at 147 is Errol and Terence Crawford. But then but on the other side of it, man, I want to see Boots fight anybody. I want to see Virgil Ortiz fight anybody. Boots versus anybody. Oh, Freddie Jimenez. Yes, you did, brother. Yes, you did. Absolutely, you did. Thank you very much, man. Hold on one second. And my man in the super chat yesterday, I did see that right as I closed down the show. Hold on one second. And also, where to go? Freddie Jimenez said there was two actually. George Wood says, "Sir, I would say Boots is a breakout fighter. Taylor versus Boots, Spence versus Charlo." And Jimenez and my man Freddie Jimenez said, Mauricio got Cambosa's head swollen after that announcement, Martin. Yeah, he did. Man, George Cambosa's going to lose quick, man. I'm telling you right now. George Cambosa doesn't act any different than Teofimo Lopez did. He's got a gigantic ego, man. And it's going to get popped, man. I can't even mess with him, bro. Fahim Sator says he wants to see Stephen Fulton Jr. Why do I keep calling him Stevie, man? Stephen Fulton. And Rigo at 122, man. Why you want to do Stevie Fulton Jr. like that? Get that man's jaw broke. Man, Rigondeaux, you know what I want to see Rigondeaux do? I want to see Rigondeaux in somebody's corner. That's what I want to see, Rigondeaux in somebody's corner. I didn't like that Casemiro fight, man. That dude Casemiro was on that juice, man. I did not like that. Even though I think there's an argument for him having won that fight, man, I did not like that fight at all, man. He did not look good in that fight at all, man. Deborah said, "Do you think they will finally give Boots a good fight? And if so, who?" I don't, man. I'm telling you, I think he's gonna get a good fight. I want to see him fight Jamal James. I want to see him fight somebody like that. But I don't know how many good fights there's going to be for him other than the guys that are the champions, Deborah. But is there a contender that's going to want to jump in there with him? Probably not. Like a Butiev or a Stenosis or anything like that? Probably nothing. Probably not. Those guys probably ain't going to want to get in there with him. He's going to have to fight and talk some smack. He's going to have to talk something to get those guys in the ring with him. Ronnie Lewis said, "Love your show. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. Make sure you hit that like button." Boots get that rematch for the IBO belt. What rematch? You talking about for man? Nobody care. They drumming for life, man. Anybody care about no IBF belt, man? Oh, IBO belt. But who was that with? That was with the guy that cheated his way, that faked his way out of there, man. Lucked his way out of that fight. Man, I always forget his name, man. The guy that fought Errol Spence Jr., man. He's not Australian. God dog, man. Terrible, man. Terrible memory, man. Terrible. Boots versus Crowley. I don't know, man. That'd be good. I wouldn't mind it. Why we got two people talking about Boots versus Crowley? So you got some Crowley fans in here, huh? If Crawford beats Thurman in better fashion, Spence beats Ugas, we may be looking at 50-50, no chance, man. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, Chris Van Heerden, yeah, the headbutt fight. Yeah, the rematch of the headbutt fight. That's Chris Van Heerden, man. Yeah. Man, look, man, Bud ain't getting 50% out of there. All right? It's just what it is, man. Y'all, Bud, and I'm telling you again and again and again, y'all Bud fans need to stop that. Okay? Y'all need to stop that. Bring it down. Don't support that, man. That is you standing in the way in the fight supporting stupidity. And that's just what that is. You don't believe he's going to get that yourselves. You just don't want to talk about it. You just don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Yeah, let's not talk about that one, right? The fact that we want to see the fight. Is it bad to ask for the fight at all? Because, dude, if it ain't bad to ask him for the fight at all, then come on, man. You're telling me that something that could be really hinder it, which is Bud's stubbornness, and that's it? Like, man, come on. But it is what it is. Hopefully, they'll even get to negotiating. Hopefully, they'll even get to negotiating the fight, man. Who you got between Benavidez and David? David is Benavidez, man. Chimato and David who? David Morrell? Benavidez and David Morrell? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to see anybody in 168 beating David Benavidez. And I haven't seen enough of David Morrell. If you're talking about David Morrell, the Cuban, David Morrell. Everett said, what about the other Gary Russell, the one that fought Boots in the amateur? I already told you he's beating Devin Haney next year. I want to see him fight Devin Haney. I want to see Devin Haney go up to 140 and fight Gary Antoine Russell, and which is just as likely as Bud getting 50% out of Errol Spence. So since y'all can ask for things that ain't gonna happen, I can ask for things that ain't gonna happen. You know, we all be in the business of asking for things that ain't gonna happen, bro. Hey, exactly, man. Thank you, Kyle. Like that video and support the channel, man. It's very important, man. Thank you very much. And anybody that supports in the Cash App, Super Chat, much appreciated too. Thank you very much. Always gonna double, triple, quadruple thank y'all. Linwood Hall said, I made it late, but I'm here. Simplify number 575. What's going on, man? How you feeling this morning? Love Down Gaither. That's what's up, man. He said, Fanon, these Bud fans acting stupid. It's not about who's better. It's about the brand and who brings the most money and the fans to the table. Yeah, but see, they are in a lesser number, man. You know them. You know. Well, I'm not gonna say with everybody. Obviously, not with everybody, man. Said that analysis on Crawford versus Floyd Jr. Prime Floyd. Prime Floyd takes out Crawford. Telling you, man, I think he may be too small. But it'd be a good fight. I see it looking like a way more competitive Zab Judah, Floyd Zab. Blu-ray at Devin Haney with Blu-ray at 140. Gary Russell Jr. is in trouble. Hey, I don't think he's a Gary Russell Jr., bro. Gary Russell Jr. is not at 140, man. I'm talking about a different Gary Russell, man. I'm talking about Gary Antonio Russell. I'm not talking about Gary Russell Jr. I'm talking about Antoine Russell. I'm not talking about Gary Russell Jr. I'm talking about Antoine Russell. And is he with Blu-ray? I keep hearing that he's with Blu-ray. Is he with Blu-ray? Is he? Did he give Blu-ray that contract to go train in Vegas? Linwood Hall said, "Let's go." Linwood Hall. Where'd I go? Man, that jumped on me. Sorry, Linwood. I'll get your next one, man. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. My man in that super chat. What's going on? John Muhammad in the building, bro. He said we need to stop avoiding the obvious regarding Boots. Ortiz is the only financially viable option for Boots to beat and overtake all rankings. Yeah, but that is, that is the fight of the future. That is a great fight, man. If they made that fight, the winner of that becomes a star. Like that, the winner of that fight right there becomes a star, Ja. I'm 100% with you on that. Absolutely, dude. Would love that. They could probably find the money for the fight. The only problem is that Virgil Ortiz has Eddie Reynoso training him. So Eddie Reynoso ain't trying to make that fight. I don't believe Eddie Reynoso, man. I think Eddie Reynoso is going to be picking and choosing all kind of crap. That he is a matchmaking, like Eddie Reynoso is the problem with Canelo. Not trying to put him in there, not trying to put him in there tough. Trying to be a manager, matchmaker, all of that. Eddie Reynoso, now that he's with Eddie Reynoso, I don't think we're going to get any good fights out of Virgil Ortiz. I think they're going to try to promote him. Get him a bunch of wins and just call him the best and see if that floats people's boats, man. But much love in that super chat, John Muhammad. Thank you so much for your support, man. Powerhouse Watson said, yo, Fanon, most thought Floyd was too small for Diego Corrales, too. He was undefeated and huge at 130. Yeah, but he's still in the same weight class. That's still 130. Powerhouse, it's 130. And that Diego Corrales, I knew he was going to beat Diego Corrales. I didn't think Diego Corrales was going to beat him. I thought Diego Corrales was going to get beat up. I never understood why people were picking Diego Corrales over Floyd. Floyd put that hurting on that boy. Floyd put that hurt, man. Diego Corrales was Ring Magazine, not Ring Magazines. He was, man, Dougie Fisher. Shout out to Dougie Fisher, too, by the way. And I will never disrespect Dougie Fisher again. I don't agree with a lot of stuff, his viewpoints on a lot of stuff, but I think he's a good dude. But man, them dudes loved some Diego Corrales and were 100% convinced that Diego Corrales is about to do Floyd Mayweather Jr. dirty. They did not like Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I was like, man, ain't no way this guy's going to beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. And wasn't no way he was going to beat Floyd and got waxed. Rest in peace to Diego Corrales, by the way, man. Rest in peace to Diego Corrales. King Judah, nobody beats a prime Floyd, nobody. Really? What about Roberto? What about Sugar Ray? What about Tito? Nah, I think he could probably beat Tito. Oh, hey, hold him to it. Hold him to it. Hold him to it. Hold him to it. People blow a lot of smoke up people's asses. Hold him to it. When he gets to 140, hold him to it. We'll see. Hold him to it. Big Dog Willie said, did you hear Amir Khan drop Spence in sparring? No. Big Dog Willie in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love. No, I have never heard that in my life, man. And nor do I put any credence in that whatsoever, man. I think that's somebody trying to make something up. But I don't know, man. We'll see, man. I'll do my research about that, man. I've never heard that before, man. I've never even heard about him sparring. But Amir Khan, I did see Amir Khan spar. Who did I see Amir Khan spar, man? I saw some sparring tape, man. Amir Khan was going for it, man, against some guy and getting rocked. Some journeyman. He's sparring some journeyman, and just not journeyman, a sparring partner dude who was getting rocked. He said Loma's new name is No Loma, according to Devin Haney. Man, dude, Devin Haney need to sign with Bob Arum. Jal Muhammad said, my brother and I won nearly $12,000 off the Corrales Mayweather's fight. Yeah, that's what's up, because you ain't dumb. Yeah, bro. Yeah, actually, absolutely, bro. Rest in peace, Diego Corrales, man. Absolutely. But, Diego Corrales fought with his face. So you knew that was, you knew that all hooks, man. All hooks and shots to the dome, man. That was not going to work out with Floyd, man. Street Spitters in the building. What's going on, bro? Fanon, who you taking if Fury gets Ortiz? I personally don't like how Ortiz looked Saturday. Oh, I would probably take Tyson Fury with a definite chance of Luis Ortiz beating him. But no, I don't think he looked very good either. I don't think he looked because he got knocked down. Because he got knocked down with a jab. That was really like, how you get knocked down with a jab? But he said it caused him problem because it was a southpaw matchup. He's like, it's tough. He said it's tough to fight southpaw. He's not used to fighting somebody from that stance. So that jab, he didn't see the jab. He wasn't used to dealing with a jab like that. So, I'll take him at his word, man. But I would take Tyson Fury in the fight. I just hope he gets the fight so he can get a big payday. Or, I don't know, they're probably not paying that much money. Tyson Fury and those guys probably ain't paying all that much money, man. Mike Kirk said, you got to respect Khan's heart. Yeah, I can respect his heart. I just don't respect his chin. But yeah, man, it's good to see at least those guys are out there fighting, man. At least he's gonna fight Amir. He's gonna fight Kell Brook, which I'll watch. I'll be interested to see how that pans out. Caesar TAMG said Devin gonna need at least a year at 140 before a Gary A. Russell fight. That'll be a problem for him. He said he was gonna go with Blu-ray at 140. Don't need to add too much muscle mass at 135. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Hold him to it. Hold him to it. Linwood Hall said, all these Haney fans, that CBD Haney pack. Haney won't beat Shakur Stevenson. I was like, who is Stevens? Shakur Stevenson, Gary Russell Jr., Antoine Russell, Kambosos, he'll beat Kambosos. Lopez, I think he'll beat Lamposis. Love that. Love Montana Love, or that young cat from Norfolk. Who's the cat from Norfolk? Young cat from Norfolk. Norfolk. You tell me, is that Frank Martin? because everybody's high on Frank Martin right now. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, man, I think that may be a bit of a joke, bro. Oh, C. Cole said Martin was throwing them power jabs. Yeah, hold him to it. Hold him to it. I'm telling you, hold him to it. Hold him to it. Hold him to it. When he goes to 140, Blu-ray, right? Blu-ray. Hold him to it. Whole lot of people make promises about what they're going to do, bro. Hold him to it. For now, the IBF said Ortiz and Horowitz have 30 days to make a deal for a final eliminator bout. If I was Ortiz, I'd tell him to kick rocks. Eliminator for the IBF? For Usyk? Why would he fight in a title eliminator for Usyk? I would tell him goodbye. Now, Wojciech, having Horchek, Wojciech. If I was him, I would not fight Wojciech. No way. Luis Ortiz would be, of all the bet, Luis Ortiz would be, Quincy Carter in the building. What's going on, brother? Luis Ortiz would be dumb to fight that guy. That is something at his age. Dude, he needs to get a championship. It's championship, fight, or bust. At the very least, a Dillian White. If it ain't a Dillian White, if it's not something like, something where he can make some good money, dude, at 42 years old, fighting a title eliminator against Wojciech, why? First of all, Wojciech is very, very dangerous, is a very, very big puncher. I wouldn't do that, man. I would say, nah, man, let me try to get this. Let me try to sit in the cut over with the WBC because that belt is going to be up. Get that WBC ranking and try to do something with the WBC, man. Get you another couple fights with, I'd rather see him in with Joe Joyce. Because at least if he fought Joe Joyce, he may be able to get a respectable payday up out of Joe Joyce. I wouldn't do the rest of that, man. No. I wouldn't do that because that's just like Keith Thurman. That's like Keith Thurman fighting Virgil Ortiz in his comeback. Like, why? Like, you're gonna fight Virgil Ortiz in your first fight back? Why? That is a very dangerous fight for you because that is a big, very big, very strong. Keyshawn Davis from Norfolk. Okay, thank you, man. Keyshawn Davis. Oh, okay, yeah, Keyshawn. That's up. Because I just don't like that fight, man. But if he does it, he does it. I don't think he's going to do it, though. Powerhouse Watson said, Loma, a fake southpaw, take a true southpaw. Oh, as if he's truly left-handed. Yeah, Wojciech ain't no joke, man. I would pay another $40 for that fight. Ortiz pay? Yeah, I forgot. Ortiz is a pay-per-view star now. I bought that pay-per-view, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I bought that. I didn't mind that at all. Linwood Hall said that. This chat's popping. Love it here. That's what's up, Linwood. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, we have good conversations, man. We chop it up. But make sure y'all hit that like button because I know you're messing me over on them likes, man. Come on, man. Try to get them likes over 400, man. We can talk boxing. Even you're my guy with King Los in the building. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who supports in the super chat, everybody who supports in the Cash App, and everybody that signs up to busr.ag/Fanon. Get your benefits over there. He said, yeah, me too. That fight was great. Yeah, man, I wasn't going to miss that. Fahim, that is an example of a fight where they charged me the money, but I was like, I'll pay for that fight. I will pay for Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. If they had Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz, I would pay for that fight. Without a doubt. Just to see Dillian White get knocked out. Just to see Dillian White get knocked out. Because Dillian White getting knocked out by Luis Ortiz, man. What's going on, TY in the building? What's happening with you, man? Hey, Sean, Life is Sean say, yo, Happy New Year, Fanon, man. Happy New Year to you, brother. Happy New Year to you, man. Yeah, dude, I would pay for Dillian White, Luis Ortiz. Absolutely no doubt about it. I'll put my money on that. There's a lot of boxing. There's a lot of those fights that I would pay money to watch. A lot of fights I pay money to watch, man. Good ones. I would probably pay money to watch if they were going to make the fight between Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis, dude, I'd pay for that fight. I would pay people. That's not pay-per-view. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, isn't complaining about pay-per-views pocket watching? Man, I didn't like that pocket watching stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't like getting called a pocket watcher, bro. The pocket watcher means you jealous of somebody, man. Like you out there watching somebody's money, like you admiring them, you jocking them, like, man, watching how much of some money some other man's making. Nah, dude, I ain't jocking the dude for how much money he's making. Quincy Carter in that building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, man. He said Ortiz hit Martin so hard his face went blank. Oh, dude, he didn't know where he was. He was like, he started talking to somebody in the crowd. Hey, he knocked him back to some other conversation he was having earlier in the day, man. Giovanni Walker said, what do you think about, much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for the support. Giovanni Walker said, what do you think about Lopez versus Montana Love? I don't know, man. I've only seen Montana Love fight twice. So I really can't say it. I don't think the fight's going to get made. Yep. Why they pocket watching on they money? Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? You be pocket watching, people putting it on pay-per-view. That's not worth pay-per-view. It's pocket watching, ain't it? Trying to stand on somebody else's money, trying to keep them from earning money. I only do that because I got my man Michael Johnson. That's my dude. I like Michael Johnson, man. He be kicking it, man. Love is a problem. Yeah. I mean, I've only seen him fight a couple times, man. So I just gotta see him fight more for me to really say anything about him. You know, he won the last fight, knocked that dude out. Another guy looks like he's got a lot of power, but the problem is he got that chop Corley in him, man. He got that. He's got a little bit too much of that chop Corley. And for me, something about chop Corley never really sat all the way right with me. You know what I mean? One time, chop Corley. Yeah, exactly. Let's get to 400 likes. It's 426 people in here. Yeah, man, come on, man, get the likes up. One time, if you guys are not familiar, some of you young bucks, there was a 140-pound fighter named Chop Corley, DeMarcus Chop Corley. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. back when Floyd Mayweather Jr. was fighting black fighters, back when it was cool to fight black fighters, back when black on black fights were okay. And they weren't avoided so much. Back when black on black boxing was okay. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. And in the lead up to the fight, like a couple fights before that, he introduced his lingerie line. I was like, what? He had a lingerie line. Laced lingerie for men. I was like, are you, and he's a dude, and he's not, he's just one of the first dude to wear like to arch his eyebrows and to wear like clear nail polish. And I was just like, wow, DeMarcus, you just wilding out here, huh? Like, he is getting inventive, man. So I was like, whoa, just something about him, dog. So anyway, when I saw Montana Love, I was like, and he had somebody trimming his beard, and he did some other thing. He's carrying a dog. That's what it was. He came up there and he came in carrying his little pocket dog. I was like, wow, okay. I just don't know, man. I don't know. That don't seem like a guy that is really, really focused on fighting. You know what I mean? That's just not quite gritty enough. It's the lack of grit that makes me feel like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, he had a men's lingerie. He had a men's lingerie line. Chop Corley was wild, man. I'm telling you, man. Chop Corley was wild. Quincy Carter said, didn't Tank touch up Montana Love in sparring? Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't see it, but I wouldn't doubt if he did. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much to everybody who supports in the super chat. It's very important in this year of the COVID. So thank you very much. No shame in my game. I appreciate to everybody that supports the channel through the Cash App, through the super chat, and by supporting over at busr.ag/Fanon. He probably like Yusuf Mack. Oh, Fahim said, I'm glad I was locked up for that era. Oh man, it's crazy, man. John Bryan said, what up, champ? What's going on? Avoiding. No one will be in the ring. Huh? What up? What up, champ? What is going on? Avoiding. No one will be in the ring. I'm not sure what you mean, man. Avoiding who? Who you say is getting avoided? Hey, man, what's going on, Jose? How you feeling? My man Jose Rodriguez in the building. What's good, man? Happy New Year to you, man. Happy New Year to you. And George Wood said, hey, by the way, shout out to my guy that I met at the LA Fitness, man. What's going on with you, man? If you're still listening to the chat this morning, what's good, man? I hope you enjoy your day at work. George Wood said, Reggie, Ennis will beat Charlo if he can keep his power. My money's on Ennis. I think he's a more well-rounded fighter. But, man, let me tell you, man, he's stepping up in that weight class. That man, Jermell can crack. I was just disappointed, man. Yeah, Jose. Yeah, definitely I saw Luis Ortiz, man. Luis Ortiz looked bad until he knocked him out. But, man, he got him. Because I was like, you know what I was thinking, Jose? I was like, look, man, you got to knock out Charles Martin. Okay? I was like, please knock out Charles Martin. Dude, please. I don't want to hear nobody talking about AJ. Because you know those AJ fans were sitting there like, oh, he ain't all that. He ain't all that. Luis Ortiz got beat by Charles Martin. And Charles Martin got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. I was like, and as soon as he hit him and he got him out of there, I was like, there you go, right there. That's why I've been saying that AJ is overrated. Overrated. Super overrated. Super overrated. Now you see that and that chin. And by the way, Charles Martin's been looking good lately. Charles Martin didn't look like he really took he hasn't taken a lot of punishment. That Charles Martin right there is just as good as the Charles Martin from several years ago. Fanon, that was crazy. He got 8 kids. Yeah, man. He got kids for days. Yeah, he's just a different dude. Dude, I'm telling you, he's just a different dude, man. He's just a different dude. George Woods with that support and that super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Good morning and Happy New Year's, man. Thank you very much, man. Happy New Year to you, man. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. What the Vince is Alin? The Vince is Alin. Luis Ortiz beats AJ every day of the week. Another UK hype job, man. Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. Oh, man. And all of boxing was so in on the UK boxing. American boxing is always looking for somebody to support other than American boxing, man. Like, always looking for it. It's the Ukrainians. They got 2 Ukrainians. They got literally 2 Ukrainians. 2. Very, very good fighters, dude. Hall of Fame fighters, no doubt about it. Both in the same camp. Both got the same trainer. Both got the same fighting style. Roughly the same fighting style. 2, and they're taking over the world. Gennady Golovkin was taking over. They had Gennady Golovkin. And, we're taking over. But before that, you know who it was? It was the guy that James Toney beat up. What was the guy's name? Man. Vitaly, the original Vitaly. Not Vitaly, the original Vasily. Vasily Zhurov. Yeah, Vasily Zhurov. Vince is all in. Okay, it's my old poker screen name. Okay, that's what's up. Vince is all in. I got you. Thank you, man. I'll break that up. Vince is all in. All right. Charles Martin was looking into the light. Don't go to the light, Charles. Hey, man, stay away from that light, man. Seriously, man, he popped into a different. He was like, what happened? Man, he got hit and he was like, what happened? I was like, hey, look, man, you in the middle of a fight, man. You better wake up. It's, man. And then he got his hand caught in the ring. It was crazy, man. But he definitely got knocked out. I didn't get how anybody was complaining. I don't get how anybody was complaining about the outcome of that fight. Yeah, hold on one second, man. I gotta do something real quick. Thanks, man. So I didn't want to wipe my nose in your faces. He was Street Split said he was in the metaverse, bro. You got the shit. He jumped over, was like, hey, it's another Charles Martin in the room. Yeah, no, it was before GG. It was Vasily Jurov. Vasily Jurov was the actually it was the Klitschko's. It was the Klitschko's. They were the first Ukrainians, the Ukrainian twins. It was the Klitschko's. And the Klitschko's were taking over boxing. And they were going to be the biggest stars in boxing and all that, but nobody wanted to watch them to fight. So they had to go to Germany. I mean, it was right there. It was there from the beginning. And then they tried it again with Vasily Jurov. And then they tried it again with GGG. And they tried it again. They tried it again with Vasily Lomachenko. They constantly try that. They try it and they try it until they can get them one. But there's some very good fighters out there. You know what I mean? Very, very good fighters. Don't get me wrong. There's some very good fighters, man. King Larry 5 said Martin had an outer body experience. But now, hey, dude, I was like, dude, wake up. He got knocked out like? He got knocked out like Alyssa Bumgardner knocked that girl out over there in the UK, where she just was like, dude. I was like, whoa, dude, she hurt that girl. That girl just froze up, like whole body went stiff. Kind of like, what was the Joe Louis fight where that happened, man? Where's the Joe Louis fight that happened with Max Schmeling? The second Max Schmeling fight where he froze him up with that shot to the solar plexus and just froze him up. And he was like, and that fight was over. That style stuff, man. Man, that type of size, those size heavyweights were better too, by the way. Yeah, he got knocked into his childhood, man. That stuff was hilarious, man. That's when I love boxing. When you know something's sick in your head when you can laugh at somebody getting hurt like that, man. But hey, say what you want. That Luis Ortiz is going to hurt him, man. He said, y'all cold-blooded for clowning Martin, man. Hey, man, he was like, what? Man, but he got woke up with that next punch. He got woke up again. After when he got hit again, it refocused him. Higgins, and there's too much time left in that round. He couldn't recover. Oh, yeah, he was going to get, who you talking about? Now, I mean, he got stopped. It was a legitimate stop, dude. That dude couldn't protect. He was getting pummeled by a big old boy, and he walked all over the place with it, man. Only the Funk in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for your support, man. He said, R.I.P. to South Park Chico, Diego Corrales. I must be smoking the Haney pack because any contender in his weight class will have problems. Funny how people speak like he's a wash when he's ready for everyone. Who you talking about? You talking about Haney? You on that Haney pack at 140? Look, man. Hey, again. Let me reread this. And thank you to everybody, and specifically you, Only LaFunk, for supporting in the super chat and supporting in the Cash App. It really does make the channel go around, bro. Thank you, man, especially during the month of January. Thank you very, very much, man. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Hold on one second. And my man, thank you so much, my man Jean-Pierre in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, man, for that support in the Cash App, man. Thank you so much. R.I.P. to South Park Chico, Diego Corrales. Okay, I must be smoking a Haney pack because any contender in his weight class will have problems, no doubt about it. Absolutely. Funny how people speak like he's a wash when he's ready for everyone. I don't think you talking about Devin Haney's a wash, dude. Listen, my thing with Devin Haney. I'm going to maintain this. I like Devin Haney as a fighter. I think Devin Haney is an excellent, excellent fighter. Excellent fighter, bro. That definitely has the ability to beat anybody at 135 pounds. Absolutely, positively. Devin Haney fans, on the other hand, I had to get over a grudge with them. And I will admit this, okay? Free admission. I had a grudge, and I've let my grudge go. I had to come to Jesus moment. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop holding my vitriol for Devin Haney fans on Devin himself. Because the kid Devin Haney himself, the young man Devin Haney himself, is a very, very, very nice guy. He's a very nice guy that is trying to do the best he can in boxing and trying to get these fights with these guys. So in that regard, I am a tremendous supporter of Devin Haney. At the same time, I'm not a Haney sexual, okay? So I am not a Haney sexual. I am not going to sit there or monogamous. I'm not I'm not monogamous. I'm not a monogamous boxing fan. I am going to tell you when I think somebody has a chance to beat him, okay? And be real with it. I think Tank has a chance to beat him. I think he beats Loma. I think Lomachenko's going to have, I think he'll switch so much with Lomachenko. Like every time Lomachenko switches, he's switching. You know, and he's letting his hands go, all of that. I don't think Lomachenko, personally, I think Lomachenko will have a very difficult time with Devin Haney. I pick Devin Haney in that fight. In Teofimo Lopez, I'll take Devin all day over Teofimo Lopez. All day and twice on Sunday on Teofimo Lopez. Tank, on the other hand, bro, I think that's going to be tough. You know what I mean? I think Tank is tough, man. Hey, said Love Down Gaither said, Fanon, he froze up like when your cell phone glitched. Duh, I'm trying to tell you he did. That one was like in Rhythm Nation. You know that Janet Jackson video there? That Rhythm Nation, he did that Rhythm Nation move. Clowning. Anyway, man, I think I'm old, man. You know you're old when you turn too fast and hurt your back. Crazy. Yeah, man, I ain't no Haney sexual, bro. It's not, I'm not gonna be everything like, man, this person got on my chat, man. I swear. Certain people, I don't even want to leave comments in my comment section. Please don't leave comments in my comment section. like, please go away type people, man. Please go away, bro. Anyway, so a certain person was like, you're so biased against Devin. You're so biased. See, everything. Like, man, shut up. Anyway, Gregory Lewis, man, thank you so much for the support. Gregory Lewis for that super chat, brother. Do you think Ugas has the power to stop Spence, or will Spence win by a points decision? I do not think Ugas, I don't think anybody's stopping Errol Spence. I don't see him because Errol got a chin. I do not see him having the power to stop him. And I do think that Spence will win on a will win by a points decision. And thank you for that phrasing, Gregory Lewis. I've been looking for that. A points decision. I like the way that you said that. Instead of predicting, like, I think it went on split decision, think it win unanimous decision, I think it went on a points decision. I think it'll go points because I don't think Errol's going to stop. I don't think Errol's going to knock him out. You know what I mean? Jose Rodriguez said the last interview with Lopez, he didn't look the same. Nah, man. Dude, that dude's broken. Or yeah, he's broken. He may be able to get fixed, man, but I think he got broken. I think he got broken. His ego, man, God dog, man, that ego got him. What's going on, Jerome Campbell in the building? What's going on, brother? How you feeling today, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button, though, man. We got 427 people in the building, 323 likes. Hit the likes for me, man. Hit the like for me, man. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. It's needed, in fact. Hit that like button. Ty ain't gonna eat no IHOP. Man, you know what? Ty Legend, man. I ain't seen my dude Ty Legend in like 4 years. 3 years. The cat used to come by. First guy that ever asked me to do a live stream was a guy named Ty Legend. Have not seen Ty Legend come around my boxing channel in years. I'm telling you, man, that's because, you know, I started hanging out with black folk. Whole bunch of people left me alone. That was crazy. Anyway, Ty ain't gonna eat no IHOP. How would Tank look against either of the Russells? Gary Russell, I like the fight, man, and I think Tank wins, but I think it's going to be a very technical, tactical fight. I don't think he's getting anything off big on Gary Russell Jr. I think Gary Russell Jr. caused him some problems. I got to see more out of Antoine Russell. Antonio Russell's too small. Antonio's too small. Gary, I think he can it'll be a great fight because Gary is obviously, man, one of the best fighters in boxing to me. Fanon, Lopez was smoking at a hookah bar before that fight. His head got big. Oh, man, what's he doing? I thought, now, of all the things fighters should not do, smoking is definitely got to be near the top of the list, man. That's like Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson has upset me, man. Not upset me. Linwood Hall said, I got Gary Russell Jr. a lot of pot shots. Yeah, man, he pot shot you, bro. He'll definitely pot shot you. No doubt about it, man. Yeah, man, he said, who rocked Floyd? Shane Mosley almost knocked Floyd out. That's why I ain't so convinced. Man, if Floyd, Lord have mercy, man. Floyd almost got knocked out by Shane Mosley. That is getting rocked. You know what I'm saying? That showed a lot of heart, man. Mayorga, see what happened to Mayorga? See what happened to Mayorga? Exactly. Mayorga is not a testimony to you should smoke. You know? But I guess if you smoke and you run, man, I got on and I ran again yesterday. Man, but I ran on a treadmill yesterday. I was off that road. I did my road work on a treadmill yesterday. That felt way better on the knees, man. Way better on the knees, man. Hold on 1 second. Okay, it's just a text. I got to check my text every once in a while. Chuck said, did you all see that video where Lopez got hit by that bodybuilder in the chest before the fight? Yeah, that dumb move where he got hit by a 300-pound steroid-induced bodybuilder monster in the chest, in the stomach. He got hit in the stomach. Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that. Crazy. Anyway, Gregory Lewis said Lopez's father put a battery in his back and he could not handle the bright lights that came with those belts. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. They always kind of weird, man. But hey, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him because they're very disrespectful people, man. Like really. Very, very disrespectful, man. Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful people. So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? See you on the way down, you know? See you on the way down, homie. Keep on rising. I don't care about you. I'll see you on the way down. If there is a come down for y'all. Some people they never come down. Shakur Stevenson will win everyone Gary Russell Jr., Tank, Haney, Loma, and TO2. Yeah, he's the truth. I mean, I can agree with that. What do you think the purse will be for Spence versus Ugas? The purses? I have no clue. I have no clue what the purse is going to be. It's going to be negotiated, and they're probably going to get low dollar guarantees and lower guarantee, probably like $2 million and $1 million each guaranteed, and then they're going to eat off the pay-per-view. And both wind up making a lot of money. Whose dad is worse? Danny Garcia's pop or T.O.'s pop? T.O.'s. Man, ain't nothing wrong with Dan. Hey, what's his name, Garcia? Man, what is Garcia's name, man? I am getting old, man. God dog, I'm forgetting everybody's. Angel Garcia. Dude, I like Angel Garcia. Angel Garcia is a all right, there you go. Got it. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all should be able to hear me now. Right? Let me know if you can hear me now. That's StreamYard. I find out what that is. I hate that sometimes. Yeah, you back. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's StreamYard, bro. Because I got to go all the way out. I have to like shut my whole browser and then come back in for my volume to work. It's not my mic, it's the browser. And that's StreamYard, man. Now I know what that is, man. Hey, Dana McGregor, man. Thank you so much in that super chat, bro. Good takes. You like Kobe talking about basketball? Hey, thank you, Dana McGregor. I appreciate that, man. You know what is wild? I did not like Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, until he retired from the NBA. And then all of a sudden, I was like, this is a really, really nice guy. Like I thought Kobe Bryant was the most arrogant jerk that in the history of basketball when he was playing. And then when he retires, he's like the nicest guy in the world. Like always polite to everybody, like just a absolutely genuinely nice guy. I was like, wow, I really like this dude. Like the whole time he was doing a Michael Jordan imitation because Michael Jordan can really be an arrogant, like Scottie Pippen is the worst. Because I was in Chicago the same time that, I'm from Chicago. So I was there when Scottie Pippen played for the Bulls and I knew people that knew Scottie Pippen. Dude, anybody that met Scottie Pippen was like, Scottie Pippen is the biggest jerk in the city. Like super, super arrogant, bro. T.O. Senior say, you must have never played sports. Why would you say I must have never played sports? Tonio Senior, I don't think you have anything to base that off of, man. I think you're just pulling that out of your backside. Anyway, yeah, I played sports, man. Must have never played. Why? Because I thought he was arrogant. He was. He shot all the time. He was arrogant. He was one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, and he knew it, and he showed it on a regular basis. The dude is a monster. Yeah, he's definitely a monster, man. Definitely a monster. But after he got done, dude, one of the nicest guys you could imagine. And then for him to die, it was like, God, dog, why Kobe? Like, I was like, man, why Kobe? Of all, man, that is terrible, man. He said, I agree with that. Scottie Pippen definitely isn't a people person, man. No, man. Tyson, I'm telling you, man, Scottie Pippen is one of the bigger jerks you can ever meet in your life, man. Him and Elton Brand. Like, some of them basketball players are just super duper arrogant, man. Like, but some of them are really nice guys. But, it is what it is, man. The best players are always arrogant. Nah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some guys are really nice guys, man. There are people who are really, he seemed like a really nice guy to me. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, Scotty is whack. I heard about Elton. Yeah, man, Elton Brand's a jerk, man. Like, is a jerk. Elton Brand, I can tell you for sure, is a jerk. So, like, whatever, man. What up, Fanon, the boxing professor? What's good, man? I'm chilling, man. Just waiting for people to come back in the channel. Yeah, exactly. Magic Johnson was very nice. I met Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was very, very nice guy, man. Very nice guy. And actually acted very normal in a situation where, like, I met Magic Johnson and I went, I met Magic Johnson and I was like, hey, nice to meet you. And I introduced him by my name. And he was like, nice to meet you. I'm Irvin Johnson. I was like, wow, man. No, what's a lie? I'm just trying to tell you, man. Oh, LeBron's a nice guy. I've never met LeBron James. And LeBron James doesn't strike me as being a jerk. But I'm telling you, Scottie Pippen, on the other hand, jerk. Michael Jordan, I saw in passing and he gave me a thumbs up. He was in a car and he just did like that. It's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. But him, I can understand and being like, hey, man, like y'all are all pressing up on me, real talk, I'm from Hamburg. Scotty is my cousin, and Scotty is my cousin, and none of us mess with him. Yeah, man, he's a jerk. No, I've never met Iverson, but I heard Iverson's a great guy. I heard he's a very, very nice guy. I've never heard anything bad about Allen Iverson either. Never heard anything bad about him. It seems like he's a good dude, man. Larry King said, Magic Johnson, a very cool, humble, down-to-earth guy. He came to my high school my senior year after he won the state championship in basketball. That's what's up. Yeah, he's a nice guy, man. I've met Magic Johnson, and Magic Johnson is a nice guy. I've met Dr. J. Dr. J was a nice guy. You know, didn't give me an autograph. I was a little kid. He said, I'm on vacation. I don't do autographs, but I give you a handshake. You know, nice enough guy, man. Anybody. Trill Goon said, my bad, came at a bad time. I thought you was talking about boxing. Nah, man, talk about boxing. It just changed real quick. It'll go back. Go right back to basketball. I'm not going to hang on that forever. Caden, what do you think of Danny versus Crawford and Danny turning down the fight? Did he? When did he turn down the fight? I heard that, but I also heard Danny say a while ago that he was going to 154. I heard Danny Garcia said he was going to 154 before. And when would he have even had an opportunity to turn down the title? I don't believe that. I'm just going to tell you, I don't believe it. That doesn't jive. I don't believe it. That's what I think about that. Yeah, I know. I've heard it. I heard it too. I don't put a lot of, let me put it this way. He did. I forgot that. When did he turn it? You talking about he turned it down some years ago or he turned it down recently? Because I know he turned down, Keith Thurman said, you need to pay me more money. And Danny Garcia said, you need to pay me more money. But that was like a year ago. That was like a year ago. I don't know anything about him ducking him. I don't know about him not fighting him recently. You know, because first of all, who's going to make the offer? Dude, he been said he's going to 154. He's been said it, man. Floyd, do you think Sweet Pea beats Floyd? Woo. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Hey, Jean-Pierre, hey, man, by the way, man, I read your Cash App from yesterday. Thank you so much for your support in the Cash App yesterday, Jean-Pierre. Much love in that super chat. He said, my super chat of the future will be Tank versus Shakur. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it, man. Caden said, I forgot what channel. Yeah, I don't know, man. I heard it. I hear all my stuff in the comment section because people will come by and ask me. People will come by and ask me about it. They'll ask me about it. He said, Danny turned down Spence when he offered him that a title shot. They fought. How did he turn down Danny when they fought? Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fought each other already. I don't think he didn't turn down. I think he may have turned. Yeah, he turned him down earlier. I think he wouldn't fight him when he didn't have a title, or when he was fighting. Who did he lose to? I think he might have turned down Errol Spence before he tried to unify with Keith Thurman. But you know, yeah, that's a while ago, man. But it is what it is. I think that's a while. When he offered him the IBF shot, hey, I don't know, man. I think that could have been the case, but I think it may have been during the time he held the WBC. You know. How old was Sweet Pea? What are you talking about when they sparred each other? I don't know, man. Dude, let me tell you, man, Sweet Pea would be very difficult for anybody to beat. Pernell Whitaker is a great fighter, man. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a great fighter too, man. Without a doubt, a top-notch great fighter. Aro said Danny never ducked anybody, period. Yeah, I don't really know of him ducking anybody. Except for Terence Crawford when he ran out of 140. He ducked Terence Crawford when he ran out of 140. How about that one? D-Mo in the building said, what do you think about Andre now being Canelo's 168-pound mandatory? I will believe that when I see that. Much love in that super chat, brother. Did he say he's moving up? That he's not? I think he won't fight him. D-Mo, I think he will not fight him. That's what I think. I think they will say you're a terrible fighter, and he won't fight him. And then the WBO won't order to fight. Well, I don't know, man. It's the WBC is the problem, man. You know what I mean? Trill Goon said, thanks for the boxing conversation. I like to get to it. Hey, that's what's up, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Knock yourself out, man. Canelo's still right, man. Dude, Canelo is full of it when it comes to Boo Boo and Jamal Charlo. Eddie Reynoso's full of it. Those are fights that can happen. Those are competitive fights. Make the fights, man. You ducking them dudes, man. Canelo flat ducking them dudes, and I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what anybody, he's straight ducking those two guys. Claiming it because he can get fighters against lesser fighters in higher weight classes, that somehow means you're going to beat those two guys. I'll believe you can beat Demetrius Andrade when I see you beat Demetrius Andrade. You know, this guy they ducking, man. No joke about that, man. But I am definitely staying off of all calling him a steroid user, dude. I got so tired of that. Linwood Hall says Sweet Pea versus Oscar was a robbery. Man, was a huge robbery. Huge robbery, man. Absolutely monstrous robbery. Absolutely monster robbery. Canelo Royd is going to lead the belts before he have to fight Andre. Yeah, he's not going to fight Demetrius. He's not going to fight him. And you're going to have a bunch of media. Dude, I'm serious, man. I'm getting sick of him in them pajamas, too. Just let you know. But he is a steroid. I know he's a steroid user, man. I know he's a steroid user. I understand full 100% that he's a steroid user. Okay? I just get sick of talking about it. I get tired of it, man, because I don't want Canelo Alvarez fans anywhere near me. Because they are the most casual of boxing fans, the most uneducated of boxing fans that there are. And I'm telling you, I can excuse Manny Pacquiao fans, all right? I can excuse Manny Pacquiao fans. I can excuse it because Manny Pacquiao will fight everybody. Manny Pacquiao, who sounds like a hater, TBE Dev. There you go. See, that's what I mean. As soon as you say Canelo Alvarez, you're haters. You're haters. Canelo's a duck, man. He's a duck. He's a duck. He's a duck. It's not a hate. He's a duck. He's got guys in all kind of weight classes that he's not fought. And he keeps fighting people that nobody's asking him to fight. Are you missing this? I don't care. I mean, the steroids are the steroids, okay? He got caught, okay. But please, with the ducking, stop acting like that man is not ducking people. He is absolutely, positively ducking people, okay? He did not fight the best guys at 150. Of the guys his own generation that came into boxing, the same age as him, he will not fight them. I don't care about the WBA. I don't care about his undisputed title, man. I don't care. He fought the weakest between 160, 175, and 168. 168 was the weakest. Without a doubt. 168 is weaker than 160. It's weaker than 175. It's weaker. And he fought Callum Smith for 2 of the belts. Billy Joe Saunders for another one. And Caleb Plant. Stop. Okay? Stop it. The man is ducking, man. The man is ducking Jamal Charlo. And all you, well, who's he fighting? Who's he? That's the language of a ducker. That's ducking language, bro. That's ducking language. Who has he fought? What's his resume look like on? He's a terrible boxer. All of that is the language of a duck artist. The deflections of a duck artist. You know what I mean? You know, like the confessions of a this and that. They used to write these books, confessions of this and that. Man, that is the sign. That is a duck artist. That is the language of a duck artist. Caleb only fought champions and mandatories. Terry Schmoot, you funny. Yeah, and yeah, he did. Right. Did he fight all the champions? Did he fight all the champions, Terry? And since I know you're trolling, let me roll with the troll. Did he fight all of the champions? Or are there certain champions that he got stripped for not fighting? Fanon, the type to never duck anyone anywhere. Hey, Fanon, the type to never duck anyone anywhere. Hey, nah, dog. I ain't gonna duck the smoke. Some people I should duck the smoke on, though. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna start ducking the smoke on them Canelo dudes, man. Just because it's so like, you're a duck. Oh, you're ha ha ha. You're a hater. Beat Fielding, Plant, and Smith. Yeah, exactly, dude. He literally, come on, man. You cannot tell me you don't see that. You cannot tell me that the same people that had a problem with Terence Crawford at 140 pounds and how he became undisputed at 140 pounds, and did not give him Fighter of the Year because they didn't like his competition. Do not see that Canelo just got his with weaker competition. Seriously, man? Really? What is the difference between Julio? What's the difference between what's that man's name who did he beat? He beat Victor Postol, right? Victor Postol, he beat Felix Diaz, and he beat Julius Ndungo. What is the difference between them and Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, and Caleb Plant? What's the difference? But the same Boxing Writers Association of America had no time for Terence Crawford when he fought that level of competition. It was not impressive. But now, oh man, he's Fighter of the Year, hands down. Oh man, hands down, Fighter of the Year. Not that I got a problem with him getting Fighter of the Year because he did that. Because quite honestly, nobody else got to fight 3 times in a year. You know? Dude, they're all trash. Callum Smith is trash. Callum Smith is trash. Billy Joe Saunders is trash. The best win he got out of that was oh shit. Hope I didn't lose my, dang, I can't believe I slammed my thing. Hey y'all, hey, hold on 1 second. I gotta grab something. I ain't going nowhere, but hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, I'm good. I just dropped something, man. Yeah, I'm good. I started pounding my desk, and that's always a good way to shut down the chat. So yeah, I had to stop. Yeah, the Plant Dove. I mean, no, Garrett Plant, he didn't take a dive. If you mean he took a dive, no, man, he beat Caleb Plant, man. But Caleb Plant's a good fighter, but that's the one fighter I thought was a good fight. Dude, Billy Joe Saunders looked like trash in his last fight and got a gift WBO belt. He got a gift WBO belt. Ducking Andrade. Ran to Canelo up at 168. And honestly, that's really what happened. Canelo Alvarez stole Demetrius Andrade's opponent in Billy Joe Saunders. Stole it. Stole his opponent. Weak opponent. Yeldemir, nah. He did not win a belt off Yeldemir. He just got a payday off Yeldemir. Fielding, Billy Joe Saunders, the guys he won the belts against, he didn't get a belt off Fielding. He got like a regular belt with Fielding. And Yeldemir didn't get a belt with Fielding. The guys that he fought for belts was Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, and Callum Smith. Those are the three guys. Yeah. TBEB, Billy Joe Saunders. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. You're an idiot. That's why I don't even like you. Billy Joe Saunders is trash. Billy Joe Saunders was trash. Just on the real. Billy Joe Saunders is the same level as Chris Eubank Jr. That's the level of fighter that he is. He's a domestic level UK fighter, just like Callum Smith. That's who they are. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear me or if Jeremy Hurd's alone and not being able to hear me. Can y'all hear me? Put in the chat, hey, TY, real quick. Let me know if you can hear me. And make sure you hit that like button. Said Billy Joe Saunders a Hall of Famer. Man, hecky nah, bro. I'm just telling you, no, man. Canelo's a duck. And you can say what you want. The man is a duck. Okay? He's a very, very good fighter, but the man is a duck. Those guys, he's ducking. He's not fighting the guys that, let me put it this way. If you put a list of the top 5 guys for him to fight, he ain't fought none of them. Just the top 5 guys. If you would have said 2 years ago, who are the top 5? Who are the top guys for him to fight at 160? He did get Gennady Golovkin. But after Gennady Golovkin, who's the top guy for him to fight at 160? And did he fight him? No. Because it's either going to be Charlo or it's going to be Demetrius Andrade. Did he fight him? No. Who's the top guy at 160? And did he fight him? David Benavidez. Top guy at 168. Did he fight him? No. At 175, did he fight the top guy at 175? That's Beterbiev. The answer is no. Now he wants to go up to cruiserweight. And is he fighting the top guy at cruiserweight? No. He's not. None of the guys, he's not, ever since Gennady Golovkin, he is not fighting any of the top guys in the weight class that he's saying he's the man in. And guess what? David Benavidez did not lose his belt in a ring. He didn't. He's the champ. He was the WBC champion, lost his belt on the scale, and then he petitions to get the vacant belt. And then turns around and says to David Benavidez, who has he fought? David Benavidez hasn't done what you think he's done. What do you mean? He did more than Callum Smith did. Terrible, man. I'm telling you. I'm not going to say Canelo's soft, but but he's a duck. As much as anybody else in boxing is a duck, that's a duck. If he ain't ducking, nobody's ducking. Yeah, he lost his belt on the scale. Yeah, but he didn't lose it in the ring. Didn't lose it in the ring. But if anybody else, who else is ducking more than him besides AJ? AJ and Wilder. That was the blatant duck. AJ and Wilder, that was a blatant duck. Hey, y'all, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. Do not leave the chat. I'll be back in 30 seconds, and hit the like button while you're there. All right, back at you, man. All right. Yeah, he's a duck and he's overrated. I don't know if he's overrated. I'm going to say something else. I'm not calling Canelo overrated. I don't know if he's overrated. I think he is a very, very good fighter and definitely should be considered one of the top fighters in boxing. And if somebody has him as a pound for pound number 1 fighter, I'm not going to argue with that. But they're definitely some duck artists, bro. They are definitely not fighting. They're definitely not, and they got no interest in doing it. It's just you're not going to get anything good out of Canelo anymore. It's like you're going to be watching Canelo for Canelo's sake. Put your hate aside and acknowledge that Canelo is the best since Mayweather. You think he's better than Andre Ward? No, I'm not. I don't think he's better than Terence Crawford. Honestly. I don't think he's as good as Andre Ward, and I don't think he's better than Terence Crawford. And I don't think he's much better. And if he is, I don't think he's much better than Errol Spence. Really. I don't see why. He gets a lot of opportunities. But I don't think he's any better a fighter than those guys are. I don't think he's head and shoulders above everybody in boxing in his skill-wise. Robin Turner said, that's ridiculous. He's not ducked anybody. At all. I'm just telling you, I don't think he's any better. I don't. He got beat by Floyd easier than Manny Pacquiao did. I don't think he's as good as Manny Pacquiao was at his prime. And Manny Pacquiao since Floyd, they're around the same time, you know? Ray, who has he ducked? Who ducked? T.Y., who ducked? They just talk. Errol Spence is yes. DH said Errol's better than Canelo. I'm telling you, man, I think he's about what with him. I don't think it's much. I don't think there's much higher. I don't think there's much bigger difference between the two of those guys. As far as this, how skilled as they are as fighters, I don't. And I don't think he's that much better than Lomachenko. Really. I don't think he's that much better than Lomachenko. But he is up there with them for sure. He's up there with them for sure. 50 Band said there's nothing special about Canelo Fanon. He a pajama wearing duck. Look, I'm just saying the man is clearly not fighting anybody, but dude, he's fighting. I don't know what he's doing, man. It's like, let me tell you, that's just somebody hating on Errol Spence Jr. that says he ducks. He ducked who? You got one guy that he says he's gonna fight, and he's got a championship fight, but yet he's ducking him. Stop. You know what I mean? It's stop. You can't. What if he was fighting Terence? Would he be ducking Ugas? You know. Let me check. Hey, man, by the way, man, much love. Thank you to everybody that supports in the Cash App. And thank you to everybody that supports in that Super Chat. Even if the Super Chat ain't working and you got a hard time being patient and donating to the channel, thank you very much. Wayne Dash said those DJ pajamas are, yes, man. I mean, it's like I'm saying, man. It's like he's doing too much. He's too much into the superstar. Said, how are you to face of boxing when you are avoiding certain faces? There is no face to boxing. There is no face of boxing, man. The first person, what do you think of when you think of boxing? Dude, I don't think of him. As soon as I think the face of boxing, whatever. And anyway, what does that mean to be the face of boxing anyway? Terry, I'd never heard those guys ever say Floyd Mayweather Jr. was the face of boxing, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was way bigger than Canelo Alvarez is. Yeah. I'm not going with any of the trolling, Terry. No, I'm not doing any more. TBE, Floyd was worse of a showboat. Yeah, okay. He never, ever showboated in a boxing ring. I've never seen Floyd Mayweather Jr. showboat in a boxing ring. Never. Never seen him do it. I have no idea what you're talking about as far as him being a showboat. Where have you I've seen Lomachenko showboat in a ring. I've seen Manny Pacquiao showboat in a ring. I've seen Ali showboat in a ring. I've seen Tyson Fury showboat in a ring. I can't say that I've seen Canelo Alvarez showboat in the ring. But I've never seen Floyd showboat in the ring. Floyd is pretty much all business when he's boxing. Pretty much all business. Raja Cardio said, difference is Canelo's juicing as strong as F. What's up in that super chat, bro? Thank you. Yeah, he is. But on the real, Young one said AJ the face of boxing. Yeah, you remember that one? That stuff goes away quick, don't it? Yeah, I don't recall it. When did Floyd showboat in a boxing ring? I'd be interested. I've just never, I don't recall it. You have to let me know when he did it. Now, I very well may have. It doesn't come to my mind that he's done that. That he's like ever like, well, I mean, I'm sure he's probably done a little bit, but I can't recall it. I don't doubt that he did, but I don't recall it. Terry Schmoo Jr. said, for putting up with my troll and hit that, hey, ass, what's up, man? Thank you, Terry Schmoo, man. Appreciate that support, brother. Thank you so much, man. When he makes his opponent hit the ropes, I mean, he's just getting up out of there. If he makes a move, I don't call it, if you do something that's just spectacular, I don't call that showboating. You know? Like showboating is when somebody misses and you go like this, like somebody misses a real wide punch and you like look like, hey, where'd that punch go? That type of, like Caleb Plant tried to do to Floyd, Caleb Plant tried to do to Canelo, that was showboating. Showboating, it went badly, you know what I mean? He did against Canelo, but how could he not when your opponent's swinging in air? Oh, yeah, he did. I remember. Yeah, he was like, Yeah, he did. He did look at him like, yeah, like, nah, that ain't showboating, no, man. That's not, if you just look at him like, you look at somebody crazy, like, man, that made, I don't know about showboating. Showboating is more like Sugar Ray Leonard, when Sugar Ray Leonard would do this and hit you with a jab, that type of stuff, you know? He said, yeah, Floyd looked over, that wasn't showboating. Yeah, Purnell would showboat. Now, Purnell would Man, Purnell would be showboating. Wilder never showboated, man. Wilder was all business, man. I ain't never seen Floyd. I never seen Deontay Wilder showboating. Tyson Fury showboats and tries to win rounds showboating. Tyson Fury showboating is annoying to me. Do you think showboating can affect the scorecards? Yeah, absolutely. Tyson Fury showboated and got rounds by, depends on the people. It depends on who's doing the scoring. If you're looking for a reason, you know. Was Hopkins showboating? I don't know, man. Now, Roy would showboat. Roy Jones Jr., that's a showboater right there. Yeah. I just don't remember him doing it. Oh, yeah, he did a little bit yeah, he did a little. I saw him do it to Bermain Severn and Bermain Severn too. Yeah, but anyway, man, I don't care. Y'all can they showboat all they want. I don't care. No biggie. You know what I mean? As long as you do it every once in a while and, you know, you can back it up, you know? Wilder showboated against Areola. He may have done a little something. AB will definitely showboat. So will Marcus Maidana, though. Marcus Maidana showboat. A lot of these dudes do it, man. What do you call doing push-ups in the ring? Who did push-ups in the ring? I don't even remember who did a push-up in the ring. Who did a push-up in the ring? In a fight? Isn't that a knockdown? Who did a push-up in the ring? Hey, look, tell you, man, I don't remember every second of every fight, man. You know, Berlanga did a push-up in the ring. Oh, B-Hop did push-ups. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. In the fight or after the fight? Before the round started. Yeah, before the rounds. Yeah, that's showboating. Anyway, you know, we know that there's some showboating going on. I'm just telling you, sometimes I don't remember it. Not saying it didn't happen. Stephen L said, Floyd glanced at the ropes versus Canelo was classic. Was that a showboat? I don't think so, man. You know, whatever. But look, I would not. Prince Nassim was just obnoxious. That dude was ridiculous with it. Billy Joe Saunders obnoxious with it. It's obnoxious. Man, a whole lot of them. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, y'all, it's easy for a UK dude to be obnoxious. Like, Billy Joe Saunders is the most obnoxious fighter that I've known, though. He is 100% nothing but pure obnoxious. Mayweather just stuck his tongue out at Berto. Terry said Emmanuel Augustus is the GOAT. He's right on the money. Hey, that's my dude, though. One of the most talented fighters, man. Paez was the worst at showboating. Floyd was talking about Patriots during the fight. Come on. What? He's talking about the Patriots during the fight? Come on, y'all. Yeah, that's crazy. Emmanuel was a problem, yeah, when he wanted to be, when he wasn't throwing fights. Emmanuel Augustus threw a lot of fights. Emmanuel Augustus was what you call a dirty fighter. That dude threw a lot of fights, man. Like, that dude got on that path of, all right, man, I'll lose. Mike, if you look at Emmanuel Augustus's record, dude, I guarantee you he threw a bunch. Half of his losses he threw. Half of them losses he threw the fight. Like, he's like, hey, mama, he gambled on somebody gambling on the fight, and he threw the fight. That's just a grimy fighter in Emmanuel Augustus, man, grimy. And is definitely an upper level elite fighter. He was an elite fighter, but was never going to get the shot, you know? Was never going to get the shot. It was just, you know, just a grimy, gritty dude, man. One of my favorite. Yeah, he's a great fighter. Oh, man, he's a great fighter, man. One of the most natural, entertaining, instinctual fighters that you're going to see. Unique, all of that, man. The way he would. This is a drunken master. That That dude right there, man. God dog, man. I love that dude, man. That was always fun to watch Emmanuel Augustus or Emmanuel Burton fight, man. Gervonta is also a showboat. Hey, look, man, Colin's the guy a showboat because he does it every once in a while. I don't know, man. I don't really know about doing that, all of that, man. A lot of the showboating be straight up hard to see. Yeah, so I mean, if they're gonna talk about crap talking, that ain't showboating. There's a difference between talking smack and showboating. Okay, Floyd will talk. Excuse me. Floyd will talk smack. That's what I would say he is. Smack talker. Yeah, Willie Pep definitely showboating. Heck yeah. Aaron Pryor was a good dude. Met him when he was living in Cincinnati. He was on drugs, but a great dude. Would see him all the time. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. A lot of those dudes in that 80 got caught up with that, man. You know what I mean? A lot of those 80 guys got caught up on that cocaine, man. A lot of it. A lot of 70 dudes got hooked on heroin. A lot of cats in the 80s got caught on cocaine. And in the 90s, crack. 80s, 90s, crack. Now y'all getting all that, doing like all that other stuff too. Anyway, a difference between showboating and just having fun. Yeah, Macho Man, no doubt about it, man. Macho Man to do. But let's change subjects, man. I want to keep talking about that, man. Let's talk about some fights going on right now, man. Let's talk about some fights going on right now. Who y'all got? Mayorga versus Brawner. Mayorga never fought Brawner. You're talking about Maidana. Maidana versus Brawner, you know? Man, that was a great fight, man. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Burton. Man, definitely was a great fight, man. Definitely a great fight, man. Gervonta ain't no safety on this Glock. Ain't no safety on this Glock Davis. Gervonta is I think Gervonta Davis might be one of the most underrated fighters in boxing. No joke. One of the most underrated fighters in boxing. Definitely underrated. I don't understand how people do not see how good that kid is, man. And I don't understand how y'all think Davis versus Lomachenko. I got Gervonta Davis. Gervonta. Definitely at this stage, Gervonta. Gervonta's, how's he rated? Because he's not in the top 10 pound for pound. Definitely underrated. People, when he said that he felt like he fought it, like, for example, when Gervonta Davis said that when he watches how Canelo Alvarez fights, he says he fights like I fight. He's just up at 168. That's what he said. And everybody was like, how are you going to say y'all, come on. You're no Canelo. And I'm like, dude, yes, he is. Absolutely he is. There is nothing that Canelo Alvarez can do that Gervonta Davis does not do. Nothing. And in fact, Gervonta Davis looks more talented than Canelo. Sorry. Look at what they do. Look at how they fight. Look at their power. Look at their speed. The only difference is Gervonta Tank Davis has got better feet. Got better feet. And people acted like he was nuts for saying it. Gervonta Davis is as good. He is like Canelo. Very similar. You know why that is? Because Canelo used to get heat from this. Canelo fights more like a black American fighter till he changed his style up a little bit and started trying to walk people down, trying to like cover up for that, you don't fight like a Mexican stuff that he was getting. But yes, he's absolutely underrated, man. If Canelo Alvarez is the best pound for pound fighter in the world, what is Gervonta Davis? And you can't say they fighting any different level of fighter because Canelo Alvarez ain't fighting nobody. Like, get out of here. Canelo ain't fighting world beaters. Stop. None of these guys, honestly, nobody really is. I'll tell you who's fighting world beaters, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is the guy. Deontay Wilder is, and Errol Spence was. Errol Spence is, Deontay Wilder was, Errol Spence is. Who else is going through competition like that? which is what bugs me about you, Terence Crawford, calling Errol Spence Jr. a duck when Bud ain't fought nobody. The only people Bud fought, Errol already beat. But Errol's doing all the ducking. You know what I'm saying? Are you serious? How is that? Like, what logic is that? Bud's ducking Bud, but Bud ain't ducking. No, Bud's not ducking. Dude, Errol is fighting. If he goes through all of those, dude, I would disagree with Wilder. How you figure? He fought Luis Ortiz. He fought Tyson Fury. Alan Maddox. Who has Anthony Joshua fought as good as Tyson Fury? I said he's fighting the toughest guys out there, and that is Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz. Yeah, he is. And he didn't have to fight him. He did not have to fight him. Deontay Wilder could have continued to fight whoever Deontay Wilder wanted to fight. He could have knocked out. He could have been like, okay, yeah, I'll fight Derek Chisora. Let me get Derek Chisora. Let me get Joseph Parker. As if he's not knocking out Joseph Parker. Anyway, don't say that old Klitschko, bro. I'm saying, exactly, Deontay Wilder's underrated outside of America because he got dogged outside of America so bad, man. You know? I'm just telling you, man, that was Eddie Hearn, and I'm glad Eddie Hearn don't have the heavyweight division anymore. Eddie Hearn, all that stuff, TBE Dev, the best ever Dev. Hey, is that what you're talking about? Is Devin Haney's the best ever? I like that, man. Let me roll back. TBE Dev. You remember Mayorga versus Mosley? Disrespectful. Oh yeah. But he got dealt with by Shane Mosley, though. Another very underrated fighter, Shane Mosley. Underrated fighter. Very underrated fighter, man, who's a lightweight. And they want to give Canelo Alvarez credit for beating. Man, he's a lightweight, man. He got beat by, that's why I don't want to hear that. He got beat by a lightweight, man. And he got beat by Erislandy Lara. And they ain't going nowhere letting nobody near him like Erislandy Lara. That's why I don't want that. That's why I don't want that Demetrius Andrade fight. I'm telling you. Canelo don't want that. Canelo going to lose that fight. Much love in the Super Chat. I'm telling you. Canelo Alvarez will lose to Demetrius Andrade. He don't like that. But that's just what it is, man. All the pomp and circumstance, lay all that pomp and circumstance to the side. And much love and thank you to everybody that supports in that Super Chat and the Cash App. Thank you, guys. It really does mean a lot, man. George Wood said, Fanon, who is the best father-son team in boxing? Oh, someone asked an interracial question, and I think you reflects the question. Who do I think is the best father-son team in boxing? Vasily Lomachenko and Anatoly Lomachenko. I think that's got to be the best father-son team. Anatoly Lomachenko and Vasily Lomachenko. That is probably the best. Who else would be good? The Russells. That's a big family affair over there with the Russells. So that father-son, Gary Antonio Russell, Gary Russell Sr. and Gary Russell Jr. Longest reigning champion in boxing is Gary Russell Jr. and Gary Russell Jr. Sr. Longest running, and he also has two other young sons. So the Lomachenkos, the Russells, the Benavidezes, Jose Benavidez Sr. and Jose Benavidez Jr. Very, very good. Also the Figueroas, Brandon Figueroa and his father, very, very good. Boots Ennis and Boozy Ennis, very, very good. That Boots and Boozy may wind up being the best. Boots and Boozy. Boozy and Boots. Boozy and Boots may become the best. I'm sure there's some other I'm missing, man, but I'm going to tell you what, though. Respectfully, I do like Sean Porter and Kenny Porter. I like that. He got a lot out of Sean Porter. a lot out of Sean Porter, man. He took Sean Porter a long way. So I definitely think he deserves a lot of credit. Yeah, but Boot probably up and coming, I would probably say the best probably is Anatoly and Vasily, then followed by Gary Russell Sr. and Gary Russell Jr. And then on the come up, I would say Boots Ennis and Boozy Ennis on the come up. Because, man, he did a great job with his son, no doubt about it. Now, I would like to say something else, too. Something else. Not as a trainer, but in the corner, Errol Spence Sr. and Errol Spence Jr. Don't underestimate that. As Errol Spence Sr. is a member of the team, but he's not the head trainer. Excellent, excellent, excellent job, man. Because he does not step on the toes of the trainer. And from the interactions that I've seen, he is still heavily influential in that corner at the same time, but plays the background and does a great job at what he does. So I would say, yeah, don't lunch on Errol Spence Sr. And Errol Spence Sr. and Errol Spence Jr. either, but not as a trainer. Devin Haney's father, I don't know, man. We'll see when he wins a championship. We'll see when he wins a championship. I'm messing with y'all, man, on that. He did a great, Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Put them up there too. Nah, Errol Spence Jr. Sr. is not his cut man. He's not his cut man. He's not a cut man. Myron Jackson said, "Do you have top five all-time fights?" Man, off the top of my head, man, that would be really tough, dude. But probably top five all-time fights. Ali Frazier, 1. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. Hagler, Hearns. Ali Foreman. And for me, James Toney versus Vasily Zhurov. I'll put him in my top 5. But yeah, those are really good ones, man. Yeah, no, he's not. I don't think he's the cut man. I don't think he's a cut man. Hey, Wayne Dash said Devin's a champion, not according to Mauricio Suleiman. I'm just messing with you though, on the real. There, I'm just jabbing you. Don't worry about me. Don't take me serious on that, man. Nah, Wilder Fury 3, no. Nah. Wilder Fury 3, I wouldn't put that as my top 5 fights, man. I like the fight, but honestly, man, I think with the exception of a little bit of time in that fight, Tyson Fury is pretty much in control of it. Yeah, I don't like those things. I don't like the Gotti Ward type of garbage. Okay, I need top-level fighters, bro. I need top-level fighters, man. Thurman Porter was a really good fight too, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. But I need really good fighters. I'm not going to put Morales versus Castillo. But my favorite fights? I'll tell you, what do you think about Lubin versus Tony Harrison? Oh, I like it. I would love to see that fight, man. I would love to see Erickson Lubin versus Tony Harrison. And I think that would be a really good fight, man. Very good fight, man. It'd be a very hard fight to pick, man. He said, you didn't listen to Sora Parker. Heck no, man, I ain't doing that. Dana McGregor said, I really like Marciano Walcott 1. Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. Much love in that super chat, bro, but I got to see enough of it. Ali Frazier Part 3, the Thriller Manila. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, my pick on Fury Usyk. I'm going to tell you, man, I think Usyk can beat him. I'm going to take Usyk in that fight. I'm going to take Usyk over Fury. I don't think Fury's going to like that. I don't think Fury's going to like that, man. I got Alexander Usyk over Tyson Fury. I'm sticking with it now. I'm taking Alexander Usyk over Tyson Fury. I think he's going to beat him. And I think it would be the best thing. I think it would be the best thing that could happen for boxing too. But I think Usyk's going to beat him. I'm there on that now. I believe it. I believe it now. I do. And I'll tell you, and I'm going to tell you why I believe it. Because of that Steve Cunningham fight. Because of that Steve Cunningham fight. And because of the Steve Cunningham fight, and that other guy he fought over there in the UK that he had to cheat in the second fight that they thought he lost to. I think Tyson Fury is going to have a harder time with a shorter guy. I think that a shorter guy, and I think that Alexander Usyk doesn't have a problem fighting tall fighters. I think he's used to fighting big guys. And he's a southpaw, which is going to cause him problems because it caused him problems with Tom Schwartz. And all of that, he's going to get hit. He's not doing all that with he ain't going to be doing all that with Usyk. Usyk going to hit him. I think Usyk beats him, man. Usyk number one pound for pound after defeating Fury now because he's a heavyweight. He just be the best fighter in boxing. No need to give him something you don't need. That's overkill. He's just the number one fighter in boxing. He's the king of boxing, is what if he beats Fury. He's the king of boxing. I don't need to give. I'm not giving trinkets. I'm not giving trinkets to champs. You know what I mean? No need. No need to do that. He's the king of boxing. He's the heavyweight champion. He's the king of boxing, period. And then he can get in there with Deontay Wilder and lose. Because I do think he'll lose to Deontay Wilder now. Because Deontay Wilder going to drop that bomb on him, dog. That shit's going to land, man. That shit's going to land. Anyway, or that may be wishful thinking. Usyk is weak for that overhand right. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't seen Usyk weak for nothing. Usyk is a hell of a fighter, man. I'm telling you. That dude, and he's a heavyweight. That's another thing. He is a heavyweight. His entire career has been at heavyweight. He just spent time fighting smaller heavyweights because they got that cruiserweight nonsense. You know what I mean? Because they got that cruiserweight nonsense. He's a traditional heavyweight, man. He's a traditional heavyweight. David Houston said, what? What do you mean, what? Tell me what. I don't know what you mean by what. You got to let me know what you mean by what. Trey, I meant Fury is weak for that overhand right. He walks into it with that awkward stance. Look, man, I'm a believer that those guys that are 6'3" are heavyweights. 6'3", 200 pound, you're a heavyweight. And you have the ability to beat a guy that is 6'7", 6'8", and a lot taller than you. It has happened in boxing a bunch of times where shorter fighters beat taller fighters when they have the strength to do it. As long as they're big enough and strong enough to knock you out and hurt you, they can beat you. And once you get up to 200 pounds, you're plenty strong, dude. You're plenty strong. I will tell, because Mike Tyson's like 5'10", 200 pounds. Mike Tyson, they would say right now, Tyson Fury, that Mike Tyson is a bridger weight. As if Mike Tyson can't beat Huey Fury. Oh, things have changed. What's going on, Gregory X? How you feeling, man? Like, oh, man, times have changed so much. Mike Tyson could never beat Huey Fury. Hey, man, will you kick rocks with all of that, man? Ruiz versus Joshua. Oh, yeah, Ruiz is 6'3" and knocked out Joshua. John McDermott is 6 foot tall, 6'2", and people said he beat Tyson Fury. Steve Cunningham is definitely a light heavyweight. Definitely a light heavyweight. And he almost knocked out Tyson Fury. Jose Rodriguez said, Fanon, where do you rank Lewis and Bo? I rank Lennox Lewis in my top 10 heavyweights. I have him somewhere I can't remember how I used to, but Ali's number one. Larry Holmes number two. Of the ones that I'm not going to say like Sam Langford, but I guess I should. Zog do that. So right below Sam Langford and number 6, but below Larry Holmes, below Jack Johnson, Below Ali. Above Mike Tyson, though. I've never been really sold that Mike Tyson, I think Lennox Lewis is better than Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had a streak. He got like on a hot flash, He had like 3 years. He had like 3 years of fighting every other week and knocking people out and making a huge name for himself, man. Yeah, Lennox Lewis is a bad man. Matt Grove, what did it say? Oh, Mike Cardonis, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Mike, what's going on with you, man? Said Tank will walk Haney down. Haney pillow hands ain't going to take him far with Tank. Well, we'll see, man. And Caden, yes, he is. And I don't know, man, somewhere in there. It's pound for pound to me. It's hard for me to really get into it and really be like, oh, this number and this number. Because I think anytime you put them in lists, you're kind of eyeballing it. You're eyeballing it. That's the best you can do. Spider Rigo said, thanks for the live boxing talk. Hey, man, my pleasure, man. That's my pleasure. He's in there, though. Said after Emmanuel Stewart got him, he was a monster, Lennox Lewis. Yeah, but see, that's the problem. He ain't got no chin, though. And that's the big problem with those tall heavyweights. I'm telling you, their chins are typically not very good, man. They get hit by them little dudes, they will go to sleep. I'm telling you, typically speaking, they got some suspect chins unless they're allowed to lay on you and grab you. And I think Emmanuel Stewart, I think his method of training got away with a lot. I think Lennox Lewis, definitely Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko that dude got knocked out like 4 times in his career. And to stop, he started fighting shorter fighters and jumping on their back. As soon as he throw a punch past him and jump on their back. Throw a punch past him, jump on their back. Jump past him, jump on their back. Yeah, that's garbage to me, man. You don't have to hurt to win. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, yeah, man. I know y'all messing me over on these likes because I ain't even asked for them, man. Because my thing went crazy. Hey, man, would y'all mind getting these likes over 400? Over 500. Hit them like buttons, man. Hit them like buttons, man. If y'all can't donate to the channel and support the channel like that, man, please make sure you guys hit the like button. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated, man. David Hay also outboxed Value Evan rocked him. Yeah, man, dude, they can beat those tall guys, man. LeVar Aiken said Boots Ennis is the next king at 147 pounds. I think that's right, man. And he could be the current man if they fought him. But don't worry, it's going to be 2 years, and they'll try to find all kinds. But thing is, though, will he be the king of boxing? Or they manufacture somebody and just say that he's better? Just manufacture the dude and say he's better. 17 more to 500, man. Come on, man. Get them likes up, man. Hit them likes, man. Be part of the community. Hit the like button, man. Hit that like button. Will Stevenson and Ennis get shelved? Stevenson is too small for Ennis, man. Oh. All right. I'm sorry. Will they both get shelved? No, I do not think so. They will not. I don't think so. I don't think that there's anybody in those weight classes that are such big stars that they're going to get away with not fighting them forever. Now, as far as getting shelved, I don't think that they'll get shelved. Ennis, for the most part, is over there with the PBC, and they're going to try to make a star out of that kid. Like, it's obvious Showtime is going to make a star out of it, wants to make a star out of it. What's going on, Julian Ledesma? How you feeling, bro? He said, leave Haney alone, bro. Man, you got to stop. Leave him alone with what? I didn't even say nothing about him, man. I'm trying to tell you. But no, I think the guy that has a chance to get shelved is Shakur. The guy, I do not think Duran's going to get shelved because Duran is over there with Showtime, and Showtime is going to hitch their trailer to that kid. I promise you, man. Steven Espinoza is the guy that's going to make sure that guy goes. We're specifically said T.Y. Ennis is good. He with the PBC. He's good because he's with Showtime. I don't know if he's a PBC fighter, man. Like, he's clearly fighting on PBC cards. Obviously, he's fighting on PBC cards, right? But he's promoted by Cameron Duncan. I think the reason that Jaron Ennis is good is because Jaron Ennis is getting supported by Showtime. And as long as Showtime boxing's good, he's going to be good, man. As long as Showtime boxing is good, he's going to get good. He's going to be. What's going on, Jaguar? Said, I want Jaguar Entertainment. I want Stevenson to move up after all he already beat up Haney and sparring. Look, man, Devin Haney ain't going to fight him, man. I'm telling, dude, that's all. Man, sometimes, man, I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes I don't even want to tell y'all. All right? But I don't tell y'all. Y'all just understand. Sometimes I want to be telling y'all, but I don't tell y'all. Okay? When somebody makes it, when they're on their way up, it's one thing. When they get there, a lot of times it becomes something else. Remember I said that. Now, I ain't going to tell. Y'all just remember I said that. On the way up, it's one thing. When they get there, get ready for something else. Because it is a unique person that is not going to succumb to the pressure of mainstream success. Unique. It can happen once, it can happen twice, but that third, man, you better believe. Too much ducking or selective matchmaking, preventing us from seeing the big matchups we want to see. You know what that is. Howard Van said, for none, Lennox is top 5. I don't know, man, because you got knocked out. You got knocked out twice. It's tough. When you get knocked out twice, homie. When I see you snoozing two times, snoozing, and I'm not talking about snoozing from a beating. You know what I mean? Like you just got beat. I'm talking about when you get clipped and you out, that's a big, because anybody can clip you. You know what I mean? Like Deontay Wilder got knocked out, but dog, first of all, I don't like them Reyes gloves. I don't like them. I still don't like them gloves on the kid. I still think that glove thing is funny. I still think that glove thing's funny. Anyway, Des said, you smoking a CBD pack. Hey, TV said, do you think having one belt only helps boxing? Absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be absolutely great for boxing. Much love in that super chat. Deontay Wilder is a man of God. All these guys are men of God, ain't they? Devin Haney's a man of God. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Come on, man. Hit the like button, man. We got 2 more. Hit that like button. Hey, bad news. Hit the like button. Because I know you didn't hit that like button. Bad news. I know you didn't hit that like button. Swole, bro, what's going on, man? He said, I like what you alluded to. Devin Haney, unlike Stevenson, will be good at dealing with stardom. Trying to tell you, cats switch up. And that camp is a real one. I will give Devin Haney that. They're real ones. They are really down with the people. I don't think that shit's ever going to change for them. Those guys are down with the people. They're down with their people. And they're down with their people. They could have went with Bob Arum. George Green said, me too. They even forced Wilder to wear gloves and broke his hand. Yeah, I just don't. They didn't force him. He did that. But I just don't think it helps but hurts the boxers less money. Why you say that? Why do you say it's going to be less money? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be less money. That's not a given, man. Those guys were making, those contenders and those guys back in the day, when they were the number 1, number 2 guys, they made good money. A lot of those guys made money, man. For now, what's the benefits of being undisputed? I don't know. I don't know, man. It seems like that you get to pay a lot of money. Yeah, man, come on, let's get them likes up, man. We got 5. That's what I'm saying, man. You know when I can tell you that I know you didn't hit the like button. I know you didn't hit that like button, man. But TBE Dev, the best ever Dev. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Daryl Schaefer in the building, man. What's going on, bro? You make money off those belts. Look, man, I don't care. I don't care. Let me put it that way. Let me change it. I don't care. I don't care. I want to see what's good for me, okay? And what's good for me is seeing really good fights and knowing who a champion is, you know? That's what I want to see. And these guys acting right, man. If there's only one champion, you couldn't franchise people, man. You know, if there was only one champ, you couldn't franchise. You wouldn't have to deal with that nonsense. Jaguar said, do you agree with Dillian White getting 80-20 when he's number one? Hell no. He should get like 95-5. 95-5 for Dillian. 95-5. Seriously, 820? Yeah. Sounds about right to me. Man, Dillian White. 95, getting Nick 95-5. All right? 95-5. But does 80-20 sound right? I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind. I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. 70-30 seems like that's probably more right. In a mandatory purse bid, 70-30 sounds more right. 80-20 seems like the WBC is saying, you know, F you, Dillian. That's what you shouldn't be trying to sue us. See, that's what you get when you sue all the time. When you complain, you talk all that nonsense, and you sue the people you're dealing with. They were like, yeah, show me the purses. 80-20 sounds right to me. Get out of here. Dillian White don't even need the fight. Dillian White don't even want that fight. So I don't even get it. He's just standing in the way, talking smack, fighting. Go fight Derek Chisora again, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to go fight. He is a domestic level fighter faking like he's international. That's what he came over to the United States and fought Malcolm Tan. All right. That's when I was done with Dillian. I'm like, this ain't real. This dude came over to the United States and fought Malcolm Tan. Like, why would you even bother coming over here to fight Malcolm Tan? Anyway, but nah, I'm not really big on Dillian White, if you can't tell, because I don't think he really wants to fight. I don't think he really wants to fight Tyson Fury, honestly, because he had an opportunity to fight to fight Deontay Wilder if they would have just fought. If he would have fought Dominic Breazeale, he wouldn't fight Dominic Breazeale. Dude, it's at least 3 fights, at least 2 fights or 3 fights that I know of that the WBC ordered for Dillian White to have, that Dillian White refused. Dillian White, and then, yeah, I just don't like him, bro. Yeah, absolutely. I saw your question. Hey, said Maurice been sunning ninjas lately. Yeah, man, he sunned that dude with that 80-20 though. Mauricio, hey, dude, you can say what you want, bro. Mauricio Suleiman ain't no joke, man. I got respect for Mauricio Suleiman. Mauricio Suleiman will make a decision, and he gonna stick with that decision. Bad news, 203. Hey, 0223. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for your support, man. But look, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your support today. And with that, I gotta bounce. Peace.